5 tips to improve your credit score right now. My general philosophy when it comes to real estate investing is that credit scores are not a big deal, and not as big a deal as people make them out to be. If you're holding back on reaching your real estate goals because of a credit score, I think that's a huge mistake. There are so many ways to work around a low credit score. However, it's true that a higher credit score can benefit you in a number of ways. The higher your score, the easier it is to qualify for loans, get access to the best rates, the best terms. So if you're looking to improve your credit score, this video is for you. I'm going to share 5 specific ways that you can boost your score. So let's get into it. Number 1, first up, make sure you're paying all of your bills on time. This should be a given, of course, right? Probably sitting there saying, no duh. But your payment history makes up a large portion of your credit score. In fact, one of the largest portions of your credit score. Recent and frequent late payments will ding your score. So make sure you're not missing any due dates while we're trying to fix your credit score, okay? If this is a pain point for you, you're going to need to put together some sort of a calendar or a system to keep you on track. You could set up a reminder, a recurring reminder on your calendar of choice, your Google Calendar, your Fantastical calendar, whatever you use. Set reminders. Number 2, educate yourself about the components of a credit score, as well as the details on your specific credit report. Do not do what I used to do, okay? This is hard for me to admit, but back in the day, I didn't want to pull my credit score. Okay, I didn't want to do it because I was afraid of what I was going to find. I had a really bad credit score at one point. I had some overdue late payment bills, and it just was bad, okay? Don't do that. You need to know what your credit report says, okay? Get a printout of it. Do you know which factors and measurements are impacting your score? If not, you need to set aside some time to educate yourself. Listen, I can give you some tough love, okay? Nobody's going to do this for you. No one's going to come along and do this for you, and nor should they, right? This is your issue. You got to deal with it. Your financial education is up to you and you alone. If you're serious about making a change, you must invest some time and energy into learning. It's time to take the initiative. So print out that credit score, look at it, and find out what the drawbacks are. Where do you start? It depends on how you want to go about it. But by law, you can actually get a free credit report every 12 months from each credit reporting company. Just go to annualcreditreport.com. Again, it's free. I know this website looks like it has a early 2000s vibe to it. But anyway, it's legitimate. I would suggest going this route if you're just looking to fact check your report, okay? If you want to help making actual improvements, I would either sit down with a banker or use an online credit monitoring service. There are a few different platforms out there like Experian, CreditWise. Our team at Morris Invest is a huge fan of ScoreMaster because it allows you to review all 3 of the major credit reporting bureaus at one time and then quickly add points to your score. You can get a free 7-day trial by using my link below. We'll have it in the description box. But like I mentioned, there are many ways to keep on top of your credit report, but no matter how you do it, you're going to want to review it to ensure all your information is correct. Dispute anything that doesn't look right, which you can easily do. I used to do that all the time. And they had a certain amount of time to get it off there or correct it, and boom, it would be off my report the next time I checked. All you have to do is dispute it. No one's going to dispute it for you. Okay? And then, of course, pay any outstanding debt or past due debt to get caught up. Get serious about tackling credit card debt. If you've got a lot of debt, you're going to need to work on paying it down to improve your score. The factors to consider are the number of cards that you have, as well as any that are maxed out right now. If you're carrying a lot of balances on your credit cards, you're going to want to aim for credit utilization less than 20 to 30%. Okay? You don't want to be using it more than that. Number 3, be strategic. Next, you're going to have to take a personalized approach. There may be some specific steps that you can take. Can you consolidate some of your debts on a card with an introductory interest rate to pay them down faster? Would it be helpful to try and raise your credit limit to get your credit utilization down? You know, again, think about that, right? If you have a $10,000 limit, but you're already at $5,000, well, then you're over that threshold. So maybe can you bump it up to $15,000, but don't use it, just bump it up, call them, get on the phone, say, hey, can I increase my credit? And then that'll actually alter your credit utilization. It's just a brilliant little strategy, but it works. Again, this is going to be an individualized process, but this is where building your financial education comes in. We'll get back to the video in a minute, but first, inflation is out of control and you've got to protect your money. Any money you've got sitting in your bank is losing value every day, right now by about 3.5% to 4%. That's right. If you want to protect your money and you want to grow it, you need to put it to work by investing it. Now, I'm not talking about risky or volatile investments like stocks or crypto. Don't get me wrong, I like those. But tangible assets is what I'm really talking about, that you can actually put your hands on. The best tangible asset that you can invest in right now is real estate. It's the #1 hedge against inflation, and it offers some of the highest and the safest returns possible. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris, longtime real estate investor and founder of Morris Invest. Now, I got into real estate after learning that it was a favorite among the wealthy, and now I know exactly why. Personal experience has proven that it is the #1 way to build wealth and to protect wealth. I've got decades of experience now that have proven it. Now, while there's several ways you can invest in real estate, most of which I've tried myself, the build to rent model offers the most benefits, hands down. More specifically, single family buy and hold. I'm talking brand new construction built from the ground up, build to rent. Build to rent properties offer more tax benefits, fewer headaches than rehabbing an existing property. There's less risk and way less stress than flipping houses. There are a lot less work than wholesaling houses, and there's less turnover and fewer issues than multifamily properties. And when you invest in build-to-rent real estate, you're getting 4 streams of income. That's right, 4. Appreciation and equity gains, principal reduction, tax benefits and depreciation, and then monthly cash flow, which is my favorite. On top of that, you're using someone else's money, yes, the bank's money, to invest in real estate, while someone else, your tenant, is paying for it, paying down the mortgage. It's just one advantage that it has over tangible assets like gold and silver. I mean, I love gold and silver, but you can't buy it with the bank's money. And you certainly can't have someone else pay for it, can you? No, you can't. Plus, when you're strategic about leveraging, using the bank's money, you can get 4 to 5 times the assets that you can to invest in. And it's the only investment that gives you 4 to 5 times the protection from inflation. My company, Morris Invest, along with the help from our team at Sedera Wealth, helps you invest in build-to-rent properties as easily as investing in stocks, because we buy and we build in bulk, and then we pass our savings on to you. Now, if you'd like to learn more, let's just jump on the phone. You can share your financial goals with my team. You can ask questions, it's totally free, and we'll see if it's a good fit. Talking with us, again, completely free. No pressure, no strings attached. When we talk to you on the phone, we're going to explain a few things. Number 1, how to identify a smart real estate investment. Then, what does it take to become a successful investor? And then what you need to get started, whether it's a team, good market, good property, down payment, financing, all of those things. We'll talk about it. Where to get a good strategy that actually best fits your goals and your situation. I mean, everyone is different, right? Every life situation is different. So we'll talk about that on the phone. Then we'll also talk about how to get free ongoing help. So click the link below right now to schedule a free call with my team and start protecting your money today. Number 4, limit the requests. Don't go out and apply for a new credit card, a personal loan, a car note, all in one day. Opening or requesting a bunch of new credit lines at once makes you seem riskier to lenders. So don't do it if you're trying to improve your score. Number 5, measure your progress regularly. Like any other aspiration, you're going to have to keep on top of your progress. Stay up to date with what's changing on your credit report, how you can influence it in a positive way. Consistency is key. And I'm feeling generous. So here's a bonus tip for you, okay? Once you pay off your credit cards, don't close them. A lot of people make that mistake. They're like, I'm done with credit cards, right? So they burn them. They have a party, they cut them up, and they close them. Don't do that. Think twice before doing that, especially if you have older accounts, because this can actually hurt your score. It will lower the amount of available credit and potentially eliminate some of your oldest accounts. Don't do it. At the end of the day, your credit score is just a number. I hope you don't feel like it defines your self-worth or your potential, but if you're in a position, want to make a change, I hope this video gave you a good start. For more financial education, check out this next video on the 5 financial myths that you need to unlearn right now. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, and we'll see you next time.